after Raven won silver, she raised her arms in an X above her head. She said it was to show the intersection, there she is, of where all people who are oppressed meet. The IOC is investigating. The group bans political statements and protests. Our next guest knows all about that. He's one of the first men who ever protested during the Olympics. In an iconic moment, Carlos and Tommie Smith raised their fists for civil rights at the 1968 Games in Mexico City. He is taking center stage this morning on Start Your Day as we check in with the activist, Hall of Famer, and Olympian, Dr. John Carlos. Welcome back to BNC, John.
It's good to be back.
Well, the last time you were on the show, we discussed the IOC's banning of protests and demonstrations in Tokyo. Raven Saunders said she's been talking to other athletes for weeks about collectively doing similar gestures. What do you expect to happen, and what do you feel should happen?
Well, I think everyone should follow their moral character. I really can't put emphasis on what they should do. All I can do is really focus on what I've done and have a true understanding as to what I've done. I made a statement based on my moral character, based on my moral compass, really, to be concerned about humanity. Within humanity, that definitely encompasses people of color, blacks in particular. So, they keep saying it's a black power statement, and I keep saying it's a humanitarian statement. These young individuals, they have to realize the society in which they live today and realize that they have a strong following. And if they're concerned about humanity, they should be able to express themselves. They should be willing to express themselves. And they will find they have more support than they ever thought.
Well, even though you were trying to express yourself, in addition to being banned from the Olympic Village and suspended from the team, you suffered other hardships after your protest: death threats, loss of friendships, loss of job opportunities. And the culture certainly is different today. But what advice would you have for Raven and others who may be experiencing some backlash because of their humanitarian efforts to speak up?
Well, I would tell them to think about their forebearers. You think Harriet Tubman wasn't threatened, her life wasn't threatened on an everyday basis. Think about Rosa Parks when she sat in that bus as a frail young lady and chose not to sit in the back of the bus. You think she didn't have fear or concern about what might happen? There's various individuals throughout our history that had to step out of the circle, so to speak, to make it better for all people, and blacks in particular. And once again, we're not asking for any more than a level playing field to act and be able to respond as human beings.
And Dr. Carlos, it's now 53 years since your Olympic moment, and yet athletes, as we were mentioning, continue to use their Olympic platform to demand equality, promote unity, and raise awareness to different forms of oppression. In your opinion, are we better off than we were in 1968?
Well, let's say the cards are on the table now. Everyone know what the issues are. Now, as to whether we stepping up to the plate in terms of ownership, whether we stepping up to the plate in terms of those that's in these various bargaining committees, time will tell whether we have moved forward and we roll up our sleeves to get busy and try and resolve these issues that's confronting society, particularly the social issues.
Well, social media is definitely helping with a lot of these issues, at least get the word out and letting people know what's going on, even with the Olympics. But do you think enough is being done collectively, or do we need more solidarity and more unifying voices brought together to, in order to win this fight and make more of an impact?
Well, I think you just dotted the I with that, sir. That's something I've been saying for 53 years, that yes, we need unification. We need to be strong as one. I've been trying to get the professional athletes to realize that when they come together as a power base, they can educate people on the upper level as well as the lower level in society, to make them understand that collectively we can make significant change for the better. Yes, it's very necessary for all individuals that have a clear mind and a good heart to step forward now and raise their voice.
And on the flip side of this, many people view sports as an escape and not the proper forum for boycotts, protests, or civil rights messaging. Colin Kaepernick took a stand we know was blackballed from the NFL. In your opinion, does the power of the protest truly work in sports?
Well, let's just use this metaphor here opposed to blackball. Let's say Kaepernick was whiteballed from the league. We can't blackball anyone. We don't own anything. He was whiteballed. He was ostracized based on his social and political beliefs. Uh, you know, every individual that steps up for truth and equality have been shot down in various ways. But I think we're at the stage now in society where we're coming out of that. We can no longer be led by headlines. We can no longer be led by a statement that a politician might make. We are clairvoyant now. We can think and process things for ourselves now. And I think that's what we're in the process of doing it relative to these young athletes.
And you're still following in that vein of activism, but doing it now even with a clothing line on Actively Black. It builds on the legacy of activism that you've had in your career. How did that come about? And if people are interested, we need to know where to go get it.
Yeah, go to activelyblack.com, activelyblack.com, and we have a variety of goods there that you might be interested in. Thank you for your support as well. How did that come about? I've been looking for, let's say, 50 some odd years that I could put myself in. You know, I worked with Puma, I worked with quite a few companies, but I never felt like I was a part of the company. And this young fella, Mr. Smith, he came up with this idea of our DNA, you know, black DNA for what we have accomplished in society, but no one has ever put any shoe business or textile business or anything in that vein. I really appreciated what he did. I really appreciate that he stuck to his roots. And then he approached me and asked me would I like to be a part of it, which quite naturally I was honored to be a part. But even greater than that, being involved in textiles for some time, I'm aware that not only did he ask me to be involved with his product, but he asked me to be involved with a great product. Try it, buy it, and you will see, and you will definitely spread the word to your friends.
Love it. And, you know, you've done so much, so accomplished. You're a civil rights icon, a Hall of Fame athlete, an author, educator, husband, father. Oh, my goodness, so many titles. What is next for you, Dr. John Carlos?
Yeah, I think the thing that I'm going to try and do for the rest of my life is pump oxygen into that word love and have people begin to understand what love really is, what it truly is, and try and give it back to our kids again so we can come back to some sort of sanity.
Okay, before you go, we have to lighten the mood and end on something fun because you are a former professional football player and Olympian. So there's this debate going around on who would win the race between Usain Bolt and Tariq Hill. So who are you going for?
Well, it depends upon what the race is. Whether we're going to run a distance or whether we're going to cut it down to 60 yards.
Give us both options. Who would win each of those?
All right. Well, I would say that Bolt would win the 100.
Okay.
And Hill would win the 60.
Okay, that's fair.
Because it takes a little while for that giraffe to get going. 60 yards is just too small. Yeah.
Well, if anyone can call it, you certainly can. All right. Thank you, Dr. Carlos, activist, Hall of Famer, and Olympian. We appreciate you starting your day with us. We'd love to have you back on. We'll be right back.